Each week when Supernatural's done, make sure you know what went on. Listen to Heather and Eric, get the salt notes for sure.
They asked me a question like, I didn't hear you. I was listening to myself.
Yeah, well, because you always think you sound stupid, or at least I do. I always think my own voice is.
I always sound great at all times.
Okay.
When I'm not mumbling.
Oh, don't! You're gonna make me sing Dr. Horrible if you say that.
What is that?
You don't know what Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog is?
Mm-mm.
Lord Jesus. Okay, we need to skip this podcast or pause it for 45 minutes because you need to see Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
It's a video?
It is a web series that was introduced in 3 parts by Joss Whedon during the writer's strike of 2008-ish, or was it 6? Whenever that big writer's strike was, you remember it. So it was written and directed and scored by Joss Whedon, his brother Jed, his wife Marissa Tankaran, starring Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion, and Felicia Day.
And this is a YouTube thing?
Well, they just posted it on their website. Each episode went up at midnight and then was taken down after a week, and the next episode went up, and it was 3 episodes. And then now they're available.
So
and they were just put up for free.
Oh, it's only 3 episodes.
3 episodes, put them all together, and it's 45 minutes long.
Oh, I can get that
put
done.
all 3 together, and it's 45 minutes long. But it's the most amazing thing. That soundtrack is like my go-to when I'm driving a lot. Like
when you're not into you're not feeling in sync, right? Or Britney.
I don't listen to NSYNC or Britney that much. I love them, but I don't listen to them that much. But no, Dr. Horrible is my when I need to not think, because I can't not sing along ever. Like I try to. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. My voice hurts. Like my throat hurts. I don't want to sing. Like, but if that song's on, if that album's on, I have to sing, and I don't even know that I'm doing it. It's so good. It's the best thing he's ever done.
Well, now you got me all excited about it.
And what's really interesting is he said he made more money from Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog than he did from the Avengers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I guess because he did it all himself, because there was a writer's strike, so it was all
So how was
self-made.
How was he making money? Through subscriptions or sponsors or
iTunes downloads, their DVD sales.
Well, you said it was for free on the website
for 1 week.
Oh,
it went up. Episode 1 went up 1 week, and then at the end of the week it came down. Episode 2 went up for 1 week. Then it came down. Episode 3 went up. It came down, and then they were gone. But of course, in the world that we live in, you can find it on YouTube and whatnot. But
I'll have to check it out.
It's amazing. Oh, so beautiful. Anyway, how did we get there?
I don't know. But last night, I'm really sleepy right now.
Oh.
I'm very, very tired. I stayed up till 11 o'clock watching Supernatural.
Supernatural, yes. Welcome to the Get the Salt podcast. It's a Supernatural podcast where we talk about all of the episodes and recap and review and give our thoughts. And my name is Heather.
And I'm Eric.
Yay.
And are we going to do that thing we talked about?
What thing?
Where we say the episode title, who was directed by, did you not look it up? Did you already forget? We're trying to get a little bit more professional in our podcast. We are posting our videos now on YouTube for the world to listen to as well for free there. Actually, we don't charge anything, so I don't know why it doesn't matter. So we put it on YouTube, and as I was listening through other podcasts and through recommendations that Heather has made, we're trying to organize ourselves a little bit better.
So today we are talking about Season 11, Episode 22. Title is We Happy Few. It was written by Robert Behrens and directed by John Badham.
Well, so many great things happen in this episode. Where do we start?
Okay, well, let's give our broad overview. We've got God versus God and Lucifer. Then we've got the recruitment of our team. Then we've got the battle. Those are the 3 main points.
Well, I have to say again, I have been predicting shit from day one. I predicted that they were going to form a team.
Well, of course, we knew they were going to form a team. They were going to form a band of brothers. I loved that line got in, that they were giving that nod to Henry V there. I enjoyed that very much.
They started recruiting now. Well, we start out from the beginning where Lucifer is finally now confronting God after all these years.
Yeah.
It's so funny, the relationship, because it's like a father and dad that have been estranged for millions of years.
We'll focus on, let's start with God versus Lucifer. We've got the comedic relief of the episode there. And at the time, I absolutely loved it. It was funny, Lucifer as the sullen teenager listening to loud music in his room.
that was funny.
Like, bite me, Dad. I'm gonna leave. Yeah. Like that. It was funny, and I thought they played it well. But then, in the grand scheme of things, when at the end of the episode you ask me to be emotionally invested in things and care deeply, and it's a big moment and it's important, and you're supposed to feel the gravitas of it, I was like, well, I couldn't get there because I was already in the comedy mindset with Dr. Phil and the counseling session.
Right.
So I loved that whole God and Lucifer, therapy moments when I was watching it. But then, like, looking back after the episode, like, just saying, like, oh, how did I feel about that? I was like, I didn't feel I could go both ways.
Yeah, I feel you.
It was weird, incongruous to me, almost like it was two episodes.
Yeah, you felt like that was one of those episodes where they kind of were jumping the shark. They should have maybe had an episode, like a goofy episode like that for itself, and then maybe a serious one.
Yeah,
it
just didn't feel like it flowed together, like they were mixing together well, the comedic and the dramatic and emotional.
I feel you.
It almost felt like comedic, and then boom, hard line into emotional, dramatic battle.
Yeah,
I don't know. I almost felt like, that's why it's interesting to see that there's only one writer credited on this, because it almost felt like two different writing styles.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Just my thoughts. What did you think of it?
The relationship between them, I thought it was going to be a little bit more violent. I thought he was going to start maybe try to attack him, or it could even have the power to attack, or just, God would probably let him punch him up a little bit because he kind of felt like he deserved it, or maybe. But I mean, God was not ready to give him an I'm sorry.
God doesn't think I don't think God still thinks he did anything wrong. Like, we eventually got the I'm sorry, the explanation. But was he just following Dean's advice and lying?
No, I think he meant it.
And Dean's little line about, I lie all the time. Like, yeah, we know you lie all the time.
It's been since day one on the show.
All you guys, there would be no show if you two didn't lie to each other and you just talked shit out.
Yeah, no, God gave him, I think, an honest, I'm sorry. I think he meant it.
Maybe.
And
I don't know.
I mean, he really gave a great explanation of why he had to do it. I guess the mark, it drove him crazy, and he had to put him away. It's a good. I mean, but then why couldn't he maybe just transfer the mark to someone? Well, he couldn't transfer the mark to anybody else because nobody else could probably handle the mark. Because other than that, I mean, other than who's stronger than Lucifer, there's nobody stronger than Lucifer at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, are we saying Dean's stronger than Lucifer?
No, Dean started going crazy. I mean, Lucifer
everybody goes crazy. So if you wanted
but think about it. Lucifer probably had it for thousands of years until he started maybe feeling some effects from it.
I thought he got locked up right after they locked up Amara.
No.
He had it for thousands of years after that?
There's no real number. I'm just saying because the locking of Amara happened up millions of years ago.
Yeah.
Because I remember the God actually said, I've probably missed a couple million birthdays.
Right.
So it's been, more than a million years. So Dean felt the effects probably of the mark less than a year maybe, and he was already going nuts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if someone like Lucifer could probably have the mark for thousands of years and not get to that point until, you know what I'm saying?
I'll accept that. Yeah, I'll go with that.
So, yeah, nobody else can handle that mark. But so he said that he started seeing how aggressive or how much hatred he had towards his creation, which were the humans, and he had to lock him up for his own good. He was going to destroy, pretty much like what Amara was going to do. She was going to destroy his creations. Had to lock him up. I can understand why he was doing it, but still, it's a shitty thing to do to your favorite kid.
See, I don't understand. I don't understand why, because you put him in this position, so now I have to punish you for what I did. Like that shit. That always gets to me.
Yeah,
that's like my hatred with everything. Like when I start having fights with people about Captain America: Civil War, when I hate the early not hate Supernatural the early seasons, but when I have a fierce hatred of John Winchester and things that go on, and Dean's attitude back in the first couple of seasons. And I loved the show then, but I have that hatred of people making bad decisions or doing something and then somebody else being punished for it.
Mm-hmm.
Burns me up inside.
Well, that's exactly what happened, and I felt like also Lucifer really forgave him rather quickly.
I know. See, that's another,
he's been locked up for millions of years.
And while Lucifer has been the comedic character, has played a bit of a comedic role throughout his time on the show, it felt a little too blasé.
Mm-hmm.
But it was funny, but it felt too blasé for the level of emotion that we were supposed to believe.
That's where I felt like there should have been some fighting. Something.
I guess they just didn't have enough time.
No, it definitely didn't have time. Sam and Dean were rushing them to get back together and forgive each other. Then they needed to hurry this up, and apparently they definitely need to hurry it up.
Sam and Dean are just cool with Lucifer?
Well,
what happened to Dean being Lucifer awful?
Well, I think they understand what happened to him. Once you meet somebody that's crazy, right, on the street, you're oh my God, that person's crazy.
Before they even got the fighting or the therapy with God and Lucifer, we had Sam and Dean just chilling with Lucifer in the bunk. He was in their room. He was doing his sullen teenager thing. They're just cool with Lucifer hanging out.
Well, number one, now Lucifer can't do anything to them. Number one, because they're protected with that or whatever protection spell that God gave them.
But what's he doing to Cass? What happened to Cass,
well,
Dean?
They said,
why don't you care about Cass anymore?
They asked him, and he said, yes, Cass is totally for me
because
being
Lucifer's never lied to anybody.
Well,
now, I believe Lucifer, and I understand. I'm just arguing from Sam and Dean's point of view.
But
what the fuck, guys?
But remember, Crowley went into, maybe he can't be trusted as well, but he went into... to Cassio's body, and Cassio said, "I'm in here willingly."
But they knew the whole time that Cass willingly let him in because you have to give permission before you can be possessed by an angel.
I think they accepted it more once Crowley told them that he was in there willingly and he wanted to be there because he felt that Lucifer was their only hope.
But Lucifer gets killed. What happens to Cass? That vessel gets destroyed, what happens to Cass? So he's just fine with Lucifer hanging out. Not to mention all the shit Lucifer's got going on with, from past seasons with Michael and Sam and Dean fighting each other back in season 5.
Well, towards the end of the episode, I think Lucifer's dead now.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. One of them is definitely dead.
No, Lucifer's gone. That's how Cass is going to come back.
We don't know. I don't know if it's Cass or Lucifer. Okay, so I... watch the promo for next week's episode, Alpha and Omega, and which is another interesting theory and a lot of fan fiction written in the Alpha Omega universe. So we'll talk about that next week, I'm sure. But at the very opening of the preview for next week's episode, I paused it at the right point, and you can see everybody standing in the background. So first of all, everybody's fine. Everybody's there. Amara left, and now they're gearing up for another battle. So
wait, what? Amara left? Oh, you mean because they're not...
Yeah, because now they're having a fight in another location.
Well, they're trying to gather up spirits for
souls,
a spirit bomb, souls for a soul bomb.
So she's in the bunker, and I know we're jumping ahead now because we're talking about what's going to happen next week instead of talking about this week. But so this episode ends, God near death. Everybody beat up. Crowley, you don't even see. Remember Crowley went outside and gave Amara the what for. And then at the end of this episode, we get that pan across and we see Rowena out in that parking lot outside the door and see that she's still alive and whatnot. Where's Crowley? You get that big aerial view. You don't see Crowley anywhere, but whatever. Crowley's fine. So everybody's all beat down and destroyed, and Lucifer's either sent to the cage or dead or something. We don't know exactly what. But Amara's got the upper hand. She's completely healed herself. She is all powerful. And then she's like, all right, I'm going to come back and kill everybody in front of you tomorrow. See you later, guys. Got to get my beauty rest.
Yeah, I'm guessing she has to either prepare for the end of the world or, now with God in his weakened state, he probably doesn't have the ability to protect himself from her anymore, or whether he wants to ward himself. So I'm pretty sure she could find him whenever she wants to find him and, teleport back to wherever he's at.
But does she need to end the rest of the world before she if my understanding of this is correct, she kills him, reality ceases to exist.
Yeah, I don't think she knows that.
How can she not know something that God knows? Because they, as she said, they were equal. They have always been. She has always been with him. Like, they are the exact same. That's why she had that emotional...
My brother and I grew up together, and we're completely different people, and we know a lot of different stuff, so it's kind of maybe the same situation where you could have been the same time and still not know...
Not know that you can exist without him?
Maybe, yeah. I mean...
Where would he have found out that he can't exist without her? Isn't that why he put her in a cage in the first place instead of killing her in the beginning?
That's true. I mean, I don't know. I think she definitely wants to kill him.
Oh, yeah, she definitely does.
And maybe she just wants to take herself out, too. She just wants to end everything. The end of everything. Anyways, but...
Anyway, sorry. I don't... What were we talking about?
So, yeah, so...
You talk.
God and Lucifer make up. They go into the fight, which that was the picture I saw on Instagram of Cass having that spear of destiny, that golden spear that stabbed her.
Yeah, the stabby spear. Well, I mean, first we go and recruit everybody.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit like Ocean's 11, where they pop in and recruit everybody separately, and like you're gathering the team together. We've got the witches, the demons, the angels, Lucifer, God, and even though we didn't see the recruitment, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sam has had a side conversation with God that we don't see and has agreed to take on the Mark of Cain because we use that to seal Amara back in the cage, but the mark has to go to someone. So Sam has volunteered because Dean can't take it on again since he's already had it. Now remember back when, and it's referenced in this episode, back when Dean told Sam, I'm not going to be able to kill her. You need to kill her. You're going to have to be the one to do it. And we were like, oh my God, finally, no lies, like open, talking about it and just admitting it. And then everything worked out and it was great. And then in direct relation to that one open and honest conversation that those motherfuckers have ever had, Sam goes behind Dean's back. And I'm not saying Sam made the wrong decision, but he goes behind Dean's back to make this deal with God, to say, yeah, I'll take the mark. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where...
Same damn shit every
I don't know if he wanted to lie to him because it eventually had to come up, but more so that he just didn't even want the argument. Yeah.
He didn't discuss it. He didn't tell him, hey, this is what my plan is. It's, you find it at like, oh, Amara's going to be here in 2 minutes, by the way. Boom.
Right.
No. Oh.
Well, if God tells you to keep a secret, you keep a secret.
Did God care if it was a secret? I don't think God cared if it was a secret. That definitely seems like a Sam keeping it from Dean because Dean would try to stop him thing.
Probably, yeah. But then Dean accepted it later on, like, okay, fine. All right.
Yeah,
Sam.
I don't know. Dean's characterization is all over the place in this last season.
Shit, what they're going through, I mean, like, if I was in that situation, I mean, of course, all your emotions would be going crazy. And then, so we go through everybody getting recruited, get Crowley getting recruited, which is a nice pickup. We knew that one was going to happen, of course.
Yeah.
Rowena.
Mm-hmm. And she brings along her coven who, when they blast Amara with their power, it's Rowena with Amara and then 4 witches back at another place lending their power to Rowena. And then when Amara shoots back, Rowena, fine. Those 4 witches, fucking burnt to a goddamn crisp.
They're like, God damn it, why did I do this?
I'm like, that stupid, that other witch, I'm like, you should have just gone back in fucking time like you were planning, because you argued to, no, we can fight. Guess what? Now you're dead.
Then Lucifer also recruits the remaining angels that are in heaven to do another smite.
Well, more like Cass recruits, and the angels still don't like Cass, but they play the quote-unquote God card and are able to get them. I felt cool, whatever. It was interesting, that one moment where it's the shot stays on Misha and you see him switch from Lucifer to Cass and you see that little pop of the head. That was interesting to see.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
he definitely does a good job switching back and forth between the two characters. I feel like they're two distinct characters.
Yeah. I've gotten kind of used to him as Lucifer, like the Cass voice and the Cass face, like the slightly constipated, like I have some stomach issues and I'm very uncomfortable in this situation face that Cass has. I didn't realize how much of a face he made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like that weird pained expression that he has.
So they get everybody going on whatever the simple little plan they had, which I think was ridiculous.
They put together their band of brothers.
Yeah, but the plan was just so dumb.
Yeah. You guys hit her, and then when she's tired, I hit her really hard.
The thing
She
was
go
that
boom.
it was like everybody was like one at a time. Like you ever watch those movies where they have a bunch of like people fighting and each guy goes at one at a time?
Like on Daredevil. It's like, oh, it's really nice for these 37 ninjas to take turns to like tag team each other out so that one person can fight them.
Just jump them all at the same time. So I felt like if they were to do like was one big attack at the same time, that it would rock her so hard that then God would have the opportunity to take her down quickly.
They could have.
Yeah, they could have.
I mean, there was a certain pause in that battle.
I mean, if I was the commander in chief in that one, I would have had set it up to where they all attacked at the same time. A billion different, God must know some very strong spells of some sort to work on her. Rowena must know a bunch of spells.
I think Rowena used as much power as she could.
I don't think they gave everything. And I mean, what's the smoke attack? It was just smoke swirling her around.
Those were the demons.
Yeah, but what were they doing? They didn't seem like they were doing anything. She comes out.
I don't know. Well, they lifted her off the ground and had her writhing in pain. I assume they were doing demon-y shit. I don't fucking know. I was thinking when I saw the demons attacking her, I was like, and then I thought I was almost going to get it when Crowley walked out. But I was like, can a demon possess her? I was like, could a demon possess God or the sister of God?
No way.
Because demons don't need permission to possess somebody. It's not like the angel shit. So I was like, that'd be interesting. And then, of course, they didn't. But then when Crowley came out and his red smoke came and jumped to her, I was like, oh, maybe that'll happen. No. But yeah, I don't know. They did demon-y shit.
I mean, and they apparently did mess her up because she came out with some sort of like weird growth on her shoulder, all cut up and banged up, and
yeah.
Apparently she lost her eyebrows in the scene. Like she was looking real like old and gross, but she's all messed up. Then
the effects were. What did you think of the effects?
I think they were good.
They weren't bad.
No, they were not bad at all.
I know you always give Supernatural shit for their low budget effects.
No, the smiting is a good effect. The smoke clouds are cool. I just wish I could kind of see what they were doing. Maybe the magic lightning, purple lightning that Rowena was shooting was great. Mm-hmm. Then you got Lucifer come in and just stab her through the stomach with what I thought was the Spear of Destiny. And in a weakened state, he goes for the second strike, and God tells him to stop.
Why? Would that have killed her? Honestly, like all the shit that God couldn't kill her, would that second stab have fucking killed her?
I would have stabbed her
just have kept her down?
In the chest, both arms, both legs. I would have stabbed her everywhere to the point of death.
Can she be killed by, ooh, I got a cut on my stomach? Like, is that, no.
I would have kept on stabbing.
Why the fuck couldn't we stab her a couple more times?
Yeah.
Like, I understand we can't kill her because it will end reality.
But
I don't think anybody other than God has the power to actually fucking kill her. Yeah. So let Lucifer stab her a few goddamn times.
I agree.
God damn, God.
She should have been stabbed a couple more times to make sure she was like at the weakest she possibly was. Obviously, she was not at the weakest because she was able to then recover miraculously.
Yeah,
all her injuries.
Like she gets power from angry. Is she the Hulk? Like God said some shit. Oh, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. All of a sudden, she's like everything's healed and she's got this power
super
and
strong.
God's fucking like gone in 2 seconds. Now, Amara, to get her weakened, it took angels, demons, witches, Lucifer, God. Then all of a sudden, she gets so angry that she can recover from all of that, and she's also still so strong that she can take God down when he hasn't been hurt at all.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't he didn't have a fucking bruise.
It was a little ridiculous. Like I was hoping for more of a battle. Like I'm a big, anime fan. I see like the battles that last the entire series, that back and forth, power-ups, and then a little bit of talking back and forth. It felt like it ended too quickly. It was just chokehold to God, and then gets smoke around him, then he's almost dead. Like that was how you take out God, the creator of everything, like in like 2 seconds, like that.
Yeah, it seemed a little forced and fast, and I don't know. I feel like if they should have either stopped before the battle or paid more attention to the battle.
I feel like
for this episode,
they said in a past episode that if Lucifer and Michael were to fight or battle that.
Oh, pause. Go. Michael, Okay, so we're like, why can't we get the other archangels? Like, you made him, make him again. Well, Michael, you don't even have to remake. He's fucking sitting in the goddamn cage. And, oh no, he wouldn't be healed in time. Okay, so he probably won't be helpful in this battle. So we're just gonna leave him in the fucking cage?
Yeah.
Like, Michael in Adam's vessel has been chilling down there for like 6-7 years now. Everybody talks about how fucking awful that cage is. And we're just like, you could snap him out.
And yeah, he's technically Sam's and Dean's half brother in there.
Yeah, Adam's in there. And like, I know Lucifer was your favorite, but didn't you like Michael a little?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like,
that was a little strange.
he helped. He's always been the good son.
Or even if he's not at 100%, still having another archangel on your side.
Yeah.
2 stabbers.
I mean, yeah, honestly, what kind of power did Lucifer need to stab? Like, I've done that shit. Like, that's me with a piece of broccoli, for Christ's sake.
I agree that should have been taken care of.
I understand, okay, Gabriel and Raphael or whatever.
Raphael.
Donatello, who's dead. Like, okay, so our prophet's
fine.
gone. But I understand not having time to remake the dead archangels. I understand Michael not being strong enough to help. But we just fucking leave him there?
Yeah, help a brother out.
We acknowledge that he's there?
Yeah.
And not in an, oh my god, I've been back for 3 episodes and I haven't saved him yet kind of way, but in a, he's fine.
Hey, God, could you help us out a little bit and get our half-brother out
Nobody
of there?
seems to give a fuck about him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, but anyway. What were you saying when I interrupted? Because you said something about Michael.
So when they, a couple episodes behind, they said that a fight between Lucifer and Michael would, shatter the earth. Like, there'd be so much damage that, it would just destroy the earth.
It would kill millions.
Yeah, it would kill millions.
Shit. Just the power between the two.
Right. So I was hoping to see some of that going on. Some really, epic, catastrophic type fighting between him and Amar. But it was just so fast and
there wasn't even a book knocked off the bunker shelves.
I could understand Rowena with her lightning because she's not, a being like these guys. I just felt it was like the fight was just so boring and simple. I felt they could have done a lot bigger and badder than that. It was disappointing beyond belief.
The way I think it could have ended and made me like really into it would kind of be if it had ended when God falls to the ground and everybody's like, he's dead. Oh my God, God is dead. And then you end the season. And that is your summer hiatus cliffhanger. I would have hated it. I would have been like, oh my God, why? But that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's play the stupid villain plot where I explain to you what I'm going to do and I'm going to keep you alive so that you can watch what I'm going to do and conveniently escape.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I had no emotional investment. First of all, kind of felt bad for Amara, but it kind of wasn't feeling it because, again, it felt completely different from the first half of the episode. But I did start to feel a little sympathy for her, which I had never felt before.
Yeah.
And then Amara and Dean, I'm not getting it. So she kills Lucifer, does whatever to Castiel or Cassifer, Luciel. And all of a sudden Dean rushes her like he's going to do shit. But I don't buy their connection at all. I'm not emotionally invested.
The love connection?
Whatever, we can't live without each other type thing. I guess it's not a Mark thing if the Mark can go to Sam. Are we going to have that with Sam?
No, I still think that's going to be at the end of the day.
Yeah, Dean has to take her out.
What takes down Mars is going to be Dean.
Oh, because they have to put the bomb in him. I don't know.
Well, he's gonna call her out, and he's gonna have the bomb with him. But since the
bomb has to be inside him. You will be the bomb.
So she has to absorb
So essentially,
him.
We're going to see now, instead of God being dead, if we had ended it at this episode, the cliffhanger is going to be, oh my God, is Dean dead again?
No, Dean takes one for the team, kills himself. God brings him back with a snap of the finger. Because
he'll get around to it eventually. Maybe Michael will remind him, hey, Dean's still dead, right? Oh yeah.
So I think that's going to be the end of the day. But I was just disappointed with the fight. I wanted it to be epic.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember seeing X-Men when Jean Grey became Phoenix and
Yeah.
she was doing all that,
Yeah.
energy stuff, and she was like crazy red eyes and
Well,
everything.
keep in mind that is a movie budget, and this was
I
a
know.
CW budget. We've talked about the budgets before.
It was just like I was like, oh, that was it. That's how easy it was to kill God.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, it did. What wasn't it only like one break of actual like it was one segment of the show. It's not like we went to
It
commercial
was
break
like-
in the middle of the fighting.
10 seconds of him getting choked, and that was it.
But even like the whole fight, the whole build up against Amara was
Oh.
all in one fucking break.
Yeah, I don't mind that so much because of like people who are of lesser power, they're going to give it all they have, and I mean, they're going to give their best attacks, and if they don't work, there's nothing else they can do. But I feel like God would have had a little bit more of a fight, or given him more of a fight
Yeah.
than what he did.
I would say take this episode, make it your 2-hour season finale, and extend that fight
Yeah.
scene at least another 30 minutes of shit going
Mm-hmm.
wrong and going down. And instead of Dean getting bumped against a wall, which he's had way worse, and then just staying down. Like, they all just stay down, like, no problem.
But I mean, what are you going to do against her? Throw some holy water on her or something?
It doesn't matter. They have gone up against a million things that they had no power against, but they're still going to do it because they're fucking stupid. That's what they do.
They run in blindly with a knife in their hand, like, I'm going to get you. Oh!
Salt will take care of you. Be gone. Be gone, spirits. Like,
Sam, get my super soaker. Get it fill it with holy water.
oh, I don't know. Like, I liked the episode, but I didn't.
No, I liked that the story is continuing and we're seeing it evolve, but the way they're doing it I was not a fan of. And I'm usually a fan of all, like when we first met God and they actually talked and
That was a good
we had some good
episode.
dialogue on where he was, what he was doing, and what his plans are. That I thought was great. But in regards to the fight between God and the darkness, you would think that'd be an epic battle. No, boring.
Yeah.
So I would have to say, disappointed. This entire season I thought has been great, but this fight in particular,
I just feel
poorly
this
done.
fight should have been Endgame, and then when God's dead, then next season Dean has to take out Amara.
yeah.
Maybe that is
Well,
what
you
I
think?
would have wanted.
Would
I
you
don't
want
know.
God dying though? I even though I mean, myself personally, I don't believe in God, but from the show, I would feel bad for the universe of the show for God to die.
But they don't need God to exist.
Yeah, I know, but knowing that he's still kind of out there, and he's like, the guy who might be able to fix everything if something really bad happens, and not having him anymore. It's like, when you first move out and not having anybody to, clean your clothes, you like realize really quick, oh shit, I gotta start doing stuff for myself. I feel like that's like,
What kind of spoiled child were you? I was doing my own fucking laundry at age 8.
oh no. I actually didn't start doing my laundry until I got married.
Oh my lord.
So
Well, props to your wife for not just continuing to do it for you.
well, she does do it for me too.
Oh god.
And she folds it and puts it away too. It's a good wife. Anyways, so I felt that, if we lose God, that's a big blow to the good side. We can't lose God because he said himself, if one of us die, it's the end of reality.
Exactly.
He's not dying.
He can't die.
He can't die because that's the end of everything.
Ugh.
Well, I
don't
hope.
know.
I mean, how many more episodes we got in this
Just
season?
the one. Next
Just
week is
one more. That's
is
this season.
the season
Is it a
finale.
1 hour, 2 hours,
I think it's a 1 hour.
or hour and a half? No?
I'm pretty sure it's a 1 hour, but I'd have to double
Boo!
check.
I love those 2 hour ones. I feel like as I'm watching it, and
It's a movie.
then I hit the halfway mark. I'm like, still got an hour to go. So much could happen in an hour.
I know. Ugh. But yeah,
Well,
I
I
don't know.
they're making that spirit bomb. Which since when can souls? I call it
And-
spirit bomb because in Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
that was the ultimate weapon always for the main character. Since when do souls create bombs?
First of all, couple questions. One, is it really ethical for them to just take everybody's souls? Like, where are they getting all these souls that they're putting in their little bomb?
From what I saw, it was like they're killing ghosts or like fighting ghosts and taking the ghost souls.
I feel like this is not ethical. I feel like this isn't something the good guys would do.
It's for the greater good.
Again, Sam and Dean, they're the good guys who kill the most people.
Yeah.
Two, doesn't Amara feed off souls? Like, isn't that like me taking a plate of pasta and throwing it at you?
It's true. That's very true.
Like, ooh, if marinara sauce exploded on you, would it hurt? Like, I don't think so. Souls are her food. What the fuck is this plan?
Well, I'm pretty sure that attack or whatever is coming from the Book of the Damned. That spell or whatever that bomb is coming from is straightly coming for Rowena. But anything in there, I mean, I don't see how that would even still hurt her.
I don't know. And if you look in the background of the promo, you see Chuck is like being supported by Amara or Rowena, so he's still weak.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get nothing out of him. Crowley's standing there. Turns out he's okay. You see a beat-up looking Cass or Lucifer. I don't know which.
No, I think Lucifer's dead.
I don't think... Could she... Is Lucifer dead? Or was he sent to a cage? Or did he go... Was he sent back to heaven and not... He's just got exorcised from the vessel?
I didn't slow it down like you did it with the preview, but from what I saw, it was the look of when you stab a demon with the knife, the demon knife.
Yeah.
How the eyes glow and the light comes out and they're dead. That's what I saw happen. She kind of waved her hand. He went...
But...
Got fried.
That Cass was simply possessed, or Lucifer was simply possessing Cass. Cass is the actual angel in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, when you kill a human that's being possessed by a demon, you don't kill the demon.
Yeah, you kill a demon and you kill a person.
Only if you use the special demon knife. Now, if they use the special angel knife, that obviously didn't kill both of them, so why does it distinguish between one or the other if there are two angels in there?
That could be one of those loopholes we always see on the show.
Or supernatural logic, i.e. no logic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we'll see next episode. I really hope it's better.
I don't know. I feel like they
and
could have
what
taken...
could the cliffhanger be? Because they always have to leave it on a cliffhanger.
Especially, well, they know that they're coming back for another season. By the way, they're switching nights next year. At the upfronts, the CW announced that Supernatural is moving to Thursday nights. So that's interesting. How long they've been on Wednesday nights for forever? Have they ever?
From since day one that I've been watching, it's been on Wednesdays.
Was it on Wednesdays when it was the WB?
No, I watched it on Netflix for the first 7 seasons.
Oh, well.
I watched Netflix. I binge watched 1 through 7. Then I started watching on TV.
So you've been with it for like 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember it not being on Wednesday nights. So that's kind of interesting. It's going to be after Legends of Tomorrow, which is kind of not doing that well as a show.
That's what we were talking about that earlier, was the fact that is that a good thing or a bad thing for the show?
Like,
are they trying to bring more viewers during that time because they know that they have a big fan base and they're trying to like extend viewership on the show?
Then they would have put Supernatural before Legends of Tomorrow so that you had the strong lead-in.
Right.
Now, if Legends of Tomorrow is a weak lead-in, which...
What's after their show?
I don't know. That not one of their... They don't have any other primetime shows. Like, you've got Arrow, The Flash, Supernatural... we're getting Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. They've got a couple new shows, but they tend to only do like 2 shows, like 2 original programming a night on the CW. I don't know their full schedule. I just know the highlights that I saw from the upfronts. Well,
they're definitely coming back next season, so we don't have anything to worry about, at least for the time being.
So, yeah, they'll definitely give us a cliffhanger. I don't know what it'll be.
Yeah, I mean...
Dean's dead. Nobody's going to believe that.
I've kind of been always wrong about the cliffhangers or how the episodes are going to end.
I've been wrong about any type
but
of
I've been good about
made.
predicting some of the team ups or...
Everybody knew that they were going to team up.
My only other one is that Dean was always going to be the one who's going to take out Amara.
Yeah.
He was her weakness, or he was her weakness.
Yeah, he was all like, Amara, no.
Well,
and she like turned like, oh.
That's my boo over there.
Like, I don't know.
Love you, baby.
Whatever.
Well, before we go, we did start that YouTube channel.
Yes, we have a YouTube channel. Please
so
check
you
us
could
out.
listen there, and you could like us on Facebooks. You could leave us comments. And
send
also,
us dirty messages.
We have an Instagram that I think we don't have anything on there yet.
Yeah, no, we don't post any photos on Instagram because there ain't enough filters in the world for me.
And Twitter, which Heather handles.
I retweet a lot. I get distracted by Misha, and then I just retweet it.
But I guess the more people we have and more people start commenting, the more we'll get, active.
Tweet us. We'll tweet you back because we're lonely and weird.
Yeah. I think we only have like 7 views on YouTube so far, and I think they've all been me.
But yeah, well, check us out in all those areas. Get the Salt Pod is our handle.
See ya.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
Bye.